Yo, what's good, everyone? It's AB here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about, people that are struggling to get their first YouTube video. People that are struggling to get on YouTube, mainly, is going to be the topic for. So people that probably have some fog, it could be like a vague concept to them. And in this video, I'm just going to be basically showing you how the fuck you can make 100 grand a month with having a long-term vision, building a YouTube channel, right? So by no means, I'm not gonna challenge your ego and tell you that if you don't have the attention span of a insect or of a whatever you want to call it, like a bug or whatever, um, just click off this video. I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you that I promise you by the end of this video, you'll get a lot of fucking information you probably have never thought of, like in your life. Now, all the content in here is something that I work with, something my mentors have given me previously, and it's just something that I'm currently working with my two other clients. So I'm currently in the info space, and what I do is that I scale products, info products. That's not the topic. I scale info products, however, and I just do what every single someone else does, but I just do it way better. Um, so yeah, let's get right into the video, and let's just start. And yeah, all right, welcome. This is gonna be the content throughput blueprint to the system breakdown. It's a whole system I'm gonna be going over. I promise you this video will be so fucking good. Some things you probably might have never thought of like that, but yeah, let's get right into it. I don't want to waste much time. So yeah, first things first. The title, as you can read from the up top, is if you're struggling to get on YouTube, watch this effing video. Now I'm gonna try my absolute hardest to not cuss, which is gonna be very possible, very fucking hard, but I'll try my hardest. Anyway, so first things first, the best decision you can make. So just a quick disclaimer: you do not need a big channel to dominate on YouTube, especially. With 200 to 1,000 subscribers, you can easily bring in 5 to 10 new leads or appointments, and you can do a lot of damage and lots of impact from a couple of hundred subs. Um, so yeah, pretty much. Hopefully this is something you can genuinely believe, because there's a lot of people in the space that when they start out first thing, they actually don't have a lot of subscribers. However, the content they're providing is very educational. It's very middle of funnel, so that the people that are genuinely like coming through to watch their videos, these people are mainly buying from them, right? They don't need a big audience. They're not YouTubers. They're not Mr. Beast, you know. So yeah. Anyway, so you've developed a skill and you became pretty damn good at it. Sooner or later you'll start to be making a lot of money with it. And your best decision then, when you see everyone else in the space doing YouTube, is to start a YouTube channel. And this became a symptom. People in the space have been starting to copy everyone. So, traders, for example, they'd be getting on Instagram, and then they'd be making free wops, they'd be making whatever. And e-coms are getting on YouTube, e-com creators are getting on YouTube. Um, Basically, everyone right now is starting to acknowledge, like the real ones that are dominating the space, they're starting to acknowledge that the main shit comes from YouTube. And sooner or later, when you basically have a skill that you start making so much money from, which is basically 100, like let's say 50 grand a month or 100 grand a month, you'll be in a position where you're qualified to teach people and educate them. So people, that's when they tend to start a YouTube channel, which I'm completely against, by the way. Let me tell you why. Now, I'll tell you why in a second. I'm not gonna tell you right now. Now, this video is specifically made for the people that are struggling, and they're struggling to start out and have that obnoxious friction that almost cripples them from sitting in front of a camera. Oftentimes, your mind will come up with garbage excuses that, due to your limiting beliefs, those excuses are justified. And here's a couple of examples. First one is, right now is not the time. I just want to say something. People that actually do think this, they actually might think it's true, and it could be for a lot of reasons, but it will never be the right time to start a YouTube channel. And oftentimes than not, right now, YouTube is a gold mine. So if you don't like, just get on a camera and start yapping like the same way I'm doing right now, but I'm educating you right now. That's the difference that's happening here. If you don't get on a camera, build a personal brand, and just like have that linear growth, that's just building recognition for yourself. Um, you will never find the right time, and this is so annoying when people say this. Second one is, I'll do YouTube this year. Now this year or second year or in a couple of months, or I'll get a video in a month or two. um that's garbage. They'll never get a YouTube video out, never, like genuinely speaking, unless they get bullied to do a video. And hopefully you're not the kind of person that wants to get bullied to create a video. You clicked on this video because you want to learn how to start making YouTube videos. So yeah. I'm just waiting for things to get better. They never will. I need a camera and a videographer. No, you don't. I don't have a good background. Neither do I. Most of the people don't have good backgrounds. It doesn't matter. All these excuses are actually hot garbage. They don't mean anything. The main value is given through information that you can communicate and articulate to the people that are watching you, and you can just deliver the message across without it being misunderstood and being fully transparent. So that's just garbage. Get out of the way. The last and the best one, which is truly my favorite, is I don't have the time. Now, I've already yapped about this, so let's just skip right through it. Or you know what? No. When people say I don't have the time, genuinely speaking, they think that business is taking all of their time. More often than not, they're probably doing some garbage that actually doesn't like amount to anything. So just I don't know. People just tend to like stray away from YouTube because it's a long form content platform, and they think that it's gonna take a lot of their time, and they're gonna fail, and they want to like aim for perfection and all that shit. Now, I am by no means I'm going to start wanting to motivate you to start creating and posting. I actually couldn't care less, genuinely speaking. Right now, it's Bitcoin 2010, and those who get it, they get it. Those who can understand that right now is an opportunity that's presented by YouTube itself, because YouTube has been pushing content like crazy on the homepage, and people have been getting literally blown up just by homepage and the content that's being pushed right now. If you don't get it, then you don't get it, genuinely speaking. You'll regret every second you wasted contemplating about creating that one YouTube video. When you see people in your space making 100 grand a month just for having a personal brand. And that is something that's genuinely happening right now. People genuinely just tend to fucking stop. Oh, I want to get on YouTube. Oh, but when they see the friends getting on YouTube and they're like, suddenly, wow, what the fuck? How is he making all that money? YouTube makes you a lot of money. And trust me when I say this. Well, this video is not the video to talk about anything info related. It's going to be mainly to talk about YouTube. So yeah, enough scolding. Let me get into it. So you need to understand these commandments pretty well before you kick off your YouTube journey. First things first, we have niche understanding. We have long-term thinking, serving your audience, value fountain. These are going to be points that we're going to be tackling right now. We're going to be talking about input goals. We're going to be talking about the success formula, delivering clickbait, and consistency, leaving perfection at the door, and time is your best friend, and then compounding. So niche understanding. First things first, you must build around your channel. You must build around your channel, you must build your channel around your niche, aka the people that are watching your videos. The deeper understanding of your niche, the better your ability to make videos they want to click and watch, and the better you can make the content they find valuable. This one's pretty self-explanatory. So if you're like in let's say in the trading niche is quite unique, but you usually want to offer breakdowns, you want to offer lifestyle, you want to offer some things that other people are doing and actually are finding success with. You can just copy your way through this, just do a lot of market research, see what your niche does, what it doesn't. And that's very important. You usually want to market research before you start creating content, and don't stress too much with the market research because it can be an everyday thing. Every day there's something new that happens and takes off. So don't even let that hinder your progress. Long-term thinking. You need to understand that YouTube is a long-term game, and however, like instant results exist. But for 0.1% of people that start, for 99.9% of people, aka you, aka me, YouTube takes time to work. And I personally look at YouTube through a lens of building something for the next 10 years. Not the next 1 year, 1 month, week, or day. I don't know. It's genuinely going to be like a business. It's your business. You're not a YouTuber. You're not David Dobrik. You're not like those vloggers, those cringers that like get on YouTube and they just like want to create a YouTube channel and optimize for it to get views and then monetize it and then make money off of that. No, you're a personal brand. You're a business itself. So whatever that you're doing right now, you need to like release all attachment to your current let's say the lack of metrics or whatever, and just simply focus on the long-term game. Long-term game is the thing that will get you the most results in the space, and it will basically put you on top with your other competitors, because the people in the space that you're competing with, they will fucking quit. People don't actually like see it out. There's a few percentage of people, but genuinely at some point people just like give up. So yeah, the further into the future you look, the better decisions you will make for your channel, and don't underestimate the power of time and consistency. So, serving your audience. To be successful, your channel must serve the market aka the audience, first, and to serve you second. Then the more you give, the more you get. And I cannot stress this cliche enough. Genuinely speaking, the more value you provide these people, and the more shit that you give them just for free, the more you get in return. People are gonna love you. People are gonna learn from you. People are gonna like trust you more. All that stuff is just compiled together, and that's why you need to serve your audience. Give them 95% of the time, and they will and take 5% of the time. So value fountain. So reason why it's called value fountain is simply because when you're on YouTube, you're basically hungry for information. Let's say, for example, you're thirsty, you want to go drink from a fountain, and that fountain could taste bad, could taste good, could taste sour, could taste whatever the fuck, salty. Um, However, your fountain has a lot of elements, right? Your elements are gonna be, for example, you're gonna have a lot of stuff that makes the viewer resonate with, right? He's gonna feel like he's basically attracted to your content because you provide solutions, informations, you recognize their pain points, you understand where they're coming from. You want to motivate them to do something. You resonate with them, you entertain them, and that is all important to like basically create your best fountain. So, to be successful, your channel has to become a fountain of value that never stops flowing. And content is valuable when it gives solution, helps the market, well, basically, you help the market solve a painful problem or a potential future problem. Information when you help the market acquire useful or interesting knowledge. Perspective when you give the market a unique and a new perspective, something they've never seen before, something they haven't thought of in that way. When they feel understood makes the market feel understood, and someone gets them. When you're the kind of guy that basically, oh, I'm basically watching this kind of guy, but basically a YouTuber or someone that's basically teaching something, and he gets me, like I understand this guy. And he gets where I'm coming from. So, it basically brings that bonding connection even closer. Um, and then you have resonance. Sorry, you have motivation. So you make the market feel pumped up or excited to do work or do something. Resonance, you meet the market where it's at, resonating with it. And then entertainment is when you entertain the market, curing boredom. When you mix some elements, like let's say some snippets, shots here and there, you mix it up, you mix up the content so you can like keep them in the loop and keep them like watching even more. Input goals. Don't set subscriber or channel growth goals. Set content volume goals. Your goals should be aligned with the inputs of the system, not the outputs. You can control the inputs, but if you can control the inputs if you set a goal against outputs. Your emotional position and therefore consistency are at the mercy of an algorithm you cannot control. Your goal is like basically banging minimum 3 vids a week, and you need to release absolute attachment to your views, metrics, comments, likes, subscribers, growth, landing page clicks, money, your webinar, whatever the fuck. Just release absolute attachment to that. Focus on creating the content. Focus on creating the piece. Focus on implementing all of these elements into your content, and you'll kick off. Like it's that simple. Um, However, do not, like, genuinely speaking, do not set a subscriber goal. Do not set any goals. No time goals either, because your emotional position, like I said here, your emotional position and therefore consistency are at the mercy of an algorithm you cannot control. So what can you do instead is that you can simply just focus on the input. The input is something you control, but the output is something that is completely out of your hand. You cannot control it, right? The only thing you can do, however, is refine the craft, perfect it, hone it until it becomes better and better and better and better. So yeah, that's it. The success formula, however, let's talk about the success formula. So YouTube success is basically an equation. It's the click-through rate times the watch time plus value times volume, raised to the power of time. So click-through rate is basically CTR, click-through rate on videos, getting people to click. Watch time, how long people watching your videos for, getting people to stay. Value is when your video gives someone something they need or want. And volume is how often you produce valuable videos. To the power of time is how much time has elapsed while you have a good CTR, click-through rate, good watch time, producing value, and with volume. So basically, here is when, let me explain something. Clickbaiting doesn't work. Clickbaiting might work, but it's when you give such a big promise in the title and a big promise in the thumbnail, and when someone comes into the video and they can't see that you're delivering on that promise, that will ruin your watch time. So by ruining your watch time, it will ruin your value. And if you don't have time, if you don't, if like if you don't if you're not providing value, you're not having a watch time, it doesn't matter what you do. So not focusing on the click through rate is, like just getting clickbaits and all that shit. It doesn't work. So you need to basically have a big promise by, displaying it through thumbnail and by title, and then when they watch the video, you deliver on that promise. And that's how it is. It's completely transactional. So yeah, and there's a lot of more stuff about the success formula. I'll be mentioning more. It doesn't end there, but this is just like a quick preface to teach you about it a little bit. And then you have delivering clickbait. So to fish, you need a bait. So that is title plus thumbnail, like we just said. And to fish, you need a strong line, which is going to be the content itself. Excuse me. So that's going to be basically, like I said, you have a strong title, you have a strong thumbnail. People click on the video, they're expecting something, so they want to see something from you. And then if you deliver, that's exactly how you blow up, right? You deliver on the content, and you deliver on the title and the thumbnail. The content is banging, you're good. That's literally it. That's how you do it. Successful YouTubers clickbait style thumbnails. Create clickbait style thumbnails that present a big promise. The best YouTube strategy is to promise insane value and then deliver it. Consistency. Consistency is all that matters. Get it done every day or week, and come hell or high water. Never miss an upload. So inconsistency is punished, consistency is rewarded. And remember, your character is on display, your market is watching you. If you stop uploading, the things the market gives you below, all these things right here that I'm going to be talking about here, right, start to fade and wane. So we have, when you're posting over a lot, like, a period of time, people are going to love you, you're going to have authority over them, you're going to basically position yourself in a way different to your competitors, you're going to be more valuable. So people see you, your knowledge and products as more valuable. They're going to respect you more if you do it right. They're more likely to trust you and give you their money. Confidence is going to be basically, people have more confidence in your ability to solve their problems. People become more familiar with you and start liking you more. And then recognition is when people start recognizing you. So all of this that you've built, all of these elements that you've built, basically, this is going to be your character. And all of these elements that you've built, they're going to fade away if you're inconsistent. Let's say you get consistent a little bit, but if you get inconsistent, it will fade away. People are going to stop loving you. The authority is going to be gone. People are going to notice. They're going to pick up on it. And all of these things just wane. And that is how things are, right? So, yeah. Leave perfection at the door. YouTube is no place for perfection. Genuinely speaking, I do not care. I don't have a perfect background. I don't have a nothing. I just have a good microphone, good webcam, but that's it, really. Like, there's nothing too deep. Leave perfection at the door. Genuinely speaking, please leave perfection at the door. YouTube is no place for perfection. Your content doesn't need to be perfect. Titles, thumbnails, editing, backgrounds, etc. doesn't need to be perfected. The main thing is to just get it done. And you're a business owner, not a YouTuber, so you don't have the time or energy to mess around and make it perfect. Genuinely speaking, man, just like grab a camera. For fuck's sake, just grab a fucking camera. Sit down in front of the camera and start talking about what you do. Start talking about problems that people face in your business, people face in your niche. It's as simple as it could possibly get. You don't need to overcomplicate things. You don't need to basically aim for perfection. YouTube is not that place. You can never be like that, right? So just sit down, pick yourself a camera, and just your iPhone, right? Pick up your iPhone, just start recording, talk about problems, start yapping. That's how you actually get on it. And then later you'll start to recognize, oh, I'm loving YouTube, so I'm gonna start looking at what other people are doing. You start doing like them. It's pretty simple. Time is your best friend. So time is a YouTuber's best friend, provided consistency is present during it. YouTube is just a waiting game. So, like we said, basically, it doesn't matter how many videos that you basically release. All it is just a waiting game until the video blows up, until you get a couple of good videos here and there and they blow up. You're gonna start gaining more recognition. You're gonna start getting, the more subs that you make. It's basically the same thing with money. The more money you have, the more money you're able to make. And the same goes with the subscribers. At first, you're gonna have at first, If you look at a chart, then it's going to be something like this. Your growth is going to be something like this, like this, like this, and until it hits the exponential growth. So that is basically how it is, right? Which is patience. You need to be extremely patient and not care too much about, oh, I didn't get a lot of likes. Oh, nobody watched this video. Oh, I'm not getting any comments. No one cares. Genuinely, no one cares. You can still sell. You can still sell a lot, and you probably might not know this, which is why you're watching this video. Compounding. So YouTube has an exponential nature. Channels can suddenly blow up, and linear slow growth is common. You can only achieve explosive, however, you can only achieve explosive exponential growth by deserving it. To conclude this, I'm gonna conclude this in a second. This was pretty much it. So you see some channels, probably you might see them, they blow up instantly, which is fair. Um, they probably deserved it. They had a good thumbnail, they had a good title. This one video brought them all the subscribers that they have. They could be posting a lot of good videos. They're probably posting series of videos about a certain business that they're doing, working at, and they're just getting people in the loop. They're funneling them right. They've got the good strategies, they've got the good scripts, they've got everything dialed, and these people genuinely pay a lot of money to get this shit sorted. However, for you, I'm not telling you to create this. I'm not telling you to go that path. Simply get on YouTube. And if you get 200 to 400 to 1,000 subscribers, you'll be making a lot of money. And mark my words. And if you don't believe me, send me a DM on Instagram and I'll show you some results. So yeah, that's basically compounding. The compounding effect is fucking crazy. Like, never sleep on that. Just keep posting, keep posting, keep posting, keep posting. And there's something you could possibly do is to never, like, if you get sick or if you get busy or if you need to work on your business and you don't have the time to create content in advance. Just create content in advance, and this way you can post 3 videos a week, 4 videos a week preferably, and just keep it in the loop. Keep feeding the algorithm until something hits. Right? That's basically how it is. So to conclude this, the stock market is like a voting machine, tallying up which companies are popular and unpopular. In the long term, the stock market is like a weighing machine assessing the value of the company. Now, this is a beautiful quote by Benjamin Graham. He's Warren Buffett's mentor. So basically, time will weigh your channel. Don't worry about the short term. If someone's getting more votes than you, be assured every time you upload, you add a few more kilograms to your value weight. Now, this is a scale. This is like a metaphor. I'm going to be talking more about in the next video. So this metaphor is basically going to be something interesting. We're going to be talking about values. We're going to be talking about content value. We're going to be talking about more intricate stuff. I'm going to be creating a lot of videos on YouTube. It's going to be the first one. So excuse me if it does sound choppy, if it sounds a little bit, not that good. But DM me down below on Instagram if you're a creator, if you're someone that genuinely needs help with YouTube. I got you. Now obviously this is a pitch, but I'll charge you up front. So there's you can DM me, you can not. So I really don't care. But yeah, that's the video, and bye bye.